Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be talking about the $250,000 MyTeam tournament that did take place this past weekend. We're going to talk about how it went for me, how it went for the entire community, where there are a ton of error codes, all of those types of things. And as we dive into this video today, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we're on the road to 80,000 subscribers. This is the squad I did go out into the tournament with, and we're going to be kind of breaking down how each of these players did end up playing for me one by one. So, the point guard position, Gary Payton was immaculate. I mean, I don't understand why people didn't use Gary Payton. If you didn't use Gary Payton, I'm sorry. Probably the best point guard in the game and played like it on Saturday. Clay was Clay. Absolutely knocked down, played good defense. KD was a good guy to have, because he's an absolute bucket getter. Giannis was okay. I will say I wasn't that impressed with Giannis. Like, he wasn't necessarily a must-have card like I initially thought he would be. Defensively, obviously, was solid, but, I mean, the lack of a three-ball did hurt him and my confidence with the card. KG, obviously, is KG. Got the job done with Hall of Fame interceptor. Pretty knocked down in the pick and pop game as well. Penny, backup point guard, held it down for me. James Harden, I'm glad I ran him over T-Mac, actually. Like, James Harden did play extremely well. Melo is Melo again, extremely knocked down. And the big thing that you guys got to realize is having knockdown shooters on online difficulty is so important, because anytime you get a wide open, whether you green it or not, it's probably going to drop. My Dolph was probably one of the top players that I played. I had one close game. I think it was in single digits, okay, in the fourth quarter. He was kind of on a run, and then Dolph hit a 33% contested to really end the game. And you want to know, well, Dolph hitting a 33% contested? Well, I mean, how can he not? I mean, he's got Hall of Fame catch and shoot. He's got hot zone under guys. That's what he needs, 91 3 balls. So, basically shooting with a guy like Carmelo Anthony. And D-Rob definitely held it down for me as well. So, kind of how my run went, I know right away, first game, I matched up versus this guy. I was up like 40 against, and he was like making in-game adjustments, calling timeouts. I don't even think he was like trying to stall me, but he was just sweating super, super hard. Like, he definitely did not want to lose, which I definitely understand it, because you're playing for $250,000, the chance to compete for that. But man, it was a long game. Then after that, I got some easy wins, some big victories, some quits here and there. I will say I think I played, 2 or 3 kind of sweaty games in which, I mean, I had to really lock in to get the win. One game was single digits in the fourth quarter. And so that was kind of how the day went. I had mostly blowouts, as we saw. And then there was a few kind of close and competitive games in there as well. The last game I played was against another person who was on the boards. I think they finished in 8th or 9th. It was a decently competitive game in the first half. The third quarter, I got up like 30. And so it was the time to load into a next game was about done. So I wanted to just get out of the game. And I remember a graphic popped up on the screen that said I hadn't scored in like 2 minutes and 50 seconds or something crazy, because I was just trying to get the game over with, and the person I was playing was still sweating me. But all in all, guys, I was able to place top 4. I think I finished in 2nd place, and I think I scored the 2nd most overall points. So yeah, after these do update, if the top 4 stays the same, if nobody gets booted or whatever, I'll be in 2nd right now, which I don't mind. As long as I'm not 1st or last, look, I don't care. I just don't want to play the first game of the day. Whatever else happens, happens. There's one person that as they loaded into the game, their screen kind of got stuck and they had to close app, and then they got a loss for it. Another person, G. Rusty, loaded into a game. I was pretty late in the stage, probably about 2 minutes before the time got up, and he got error coded as well. So, I mean, there were some error codes as are to be expected with the 250K tournament, which is why I think it's a super big deal to qualify as soon as you can. And that's why I'm super grateful that I qualified on current gen the first time. I got blessed that I was able to qualify on current gen. And on next gen, I'm super blessed to be in the position which I'm in and have qualified, hopefully, as long as I get the email, pending the email on next gen as well, because that means there's 2 more qualifiers, as you guys can see, on January 8th and February 19th. I no longer have to worry about those. Like, I no longer have to worry about anything until March. And so that's the big thing for me. Obviously, I'm on March 5th is, I think, the current gen, and then March 6th is next gen, I do believe. My squad, do I regret playing any of these guys? Not really. I mean, I don't really regret playing any of these guys. If there was a guy that I'd probably replace, I don't know who it would be. I mean, the guy that probably played the worst for me was Giannis. I mean, And that's not sitting here saying Giannis was bad. He played incredible defense, but he just wasn't that next level good for me. I mean, Dolph probably outplayed Giannis, and Giannis is just there to scare my opponent, to be honest with you. Because you come up against Giannis and he plays every lane. I feel like Giannis is a lot better in competitive stages than in MyTeam Unlimited, just because of how easy it is to shoot in MyTeam Unlimited in general. So like on that difficulty, it's just so much easier to shoot. I need to make this point because I think it's a point a lot of people don't understand. So a lot of the PlayStation people score more points than the Xbox side. But what I would say is there's a lot more people trying to qualify on PlayStation and Xbox as well. So it takes PlayStation people a lot less time to find a game than on the Xbox side. I tried searching for like 2 minutes near the end of the Xbox squads, and I couldn't find an opponent. And so that's the problem I kind of have, right? PlayStation's, it doesn't matter, but people are scoring more points on there just because there's more people. The player base is much larger in general than on Xbox, which means in general it's easier to qualify on Xbox. But the average score on PlayStation is going to be higher. Because I saw some, like, Splash obviously is the best on next gen right now. Nobody's going to argue that. But his score is like 3,000. Same with RCA. And I just think it's just because just how many people are playing on PlayStation. I would like to see kind of what their runs look like. If they ran into any sweat games. Some stuff like that. Because I had some sweats and I still was able to score like 2,400. But, I mean, I think on Xbox it's harder to find games, and that just means the odds of you matching up versus sweat are much higher. It's hard to play for 4 hours without losing. It is. It's hard to play 4 hours without losing. I used to not necessarily like the qualifier system. I think they've honestly made it better in a sense, and because I feel like on both the PlayStation and Xbox side, and when you see the top 10 leaderboard, it's basically all sweats. As long as there's no error codes, as long as there's no, stuff like that, I don't mind the qualifier system one bit. If you look at the top 4 that got in last time, Beezus, a league player, Peja, very sweaty, Trey, very sweaty, CB, obviously a league player as well. And then me and Swaggy both qualified this time. I'm trying to think of some other people that qualified. I know G-Rice, he was in 5th. So we're going to see a lot of the top guys on both sides, on both consoles. And I think for 2K in general, that's a big W. If they can get the top guys in the tournament, it's going to make it a lot of fun on March 5th and 6th. So all in all, guys, my run this time, it was basically like last time. I ran into some sweats. This time, I just was able to get the wins. Last time, I did end up losing a game on current gen, but still got in the tournament, which ultimately is all that matters. So am I going to continue trying to qualify, improve my score? No. That's not me. I'm not playing in future quals. I might stream future quals, and just give updates on leaderboards, stuff like that. But if you want to see me playing in quals anymore, y'all are going to have to wait because I'm done playing in qualifiers, playing my team tournament, stuff like that. But as far as qualifiers are concerned, they got it. Playing for 4 hours is so emotionally draining. Honestly, even yesterday on Sunday, I felt like zero. I did not want to record a video at all. I was literally just so emotionally drained. I do believe, guys, that I made history as the first person to qualify on both current and next gen. I don't think there's anybody else that has done it. Maybe on the PlayStation side there is, but I don't think so. So that's a big step in the right direction for me because I was hoping to, that's the ultimate goal, is to win it on both current and next gen. And this was our first step, being the first person in my team history to qualify on both current and next gen. Check that off the list. But that is going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.